Here's to the start of an epic journey. Now it's around 4:15 a.m. and we are heading through BKC to head towards the old Pune highway and then straight away to Kolhapur, Nipani, and then bang our way over to Bangalore. I think I've got the perfect weapon for the ride. This is the Ducati Multistrada V4S. It is dark, so I'm not really going to speak too much over here. We're just going to quickly switch over to when there is daylight, but you can see those cornering lights in action right now. The moment you lean the bike over, there's a cornering light that comes on to help you look into the corner. But yeah, we'll get into that a little later. Let's try and make up some time here. Pretty sure the Osmo is able to pick this up now. I remember I used to say, not sure if the GoPro is picking this up, but the Osmo will definitely pick it up. Skies are looking beautiful here over Pune. The roads are way better than what we have in Mumbai, that's for sure. But at least the main road over here. I noticed that most of the vehicles around here have this obsession with these LED strips. I've seen some of these private buses, most of the Ola, Uber guys around here, and even plenty of rickshaws too. Not sure what that's about. It's like the whole PC building generation has started buying vehicles now, and RGB is life. Alright, we've made our first fuel stop. About 17 litres went into the motorcycle. It's a tank capacity of 22 litres, which is insane for a motorcycle. Getting a mileage of about 14.4 kilometers per litre, which is car levels of fuel efficiency, but more than car levels of performance, that's for sure. Anywho, let's get back on the road. We are now approaching Cartridge Tunnel. It should be a few meters ahead. Yeah, what you're seeing over there with the rear view mirror is the radar for the blind spot detection that the Multistrada V4S has. So if it stays on like that, it means that there's someone behind you on the right hand side in this case, and if you are indicating to turn into that lane or just make a turn in general, then it will use that light on the rear view mirror to start blinking and indicating to the person behind you that you are turning into that lane. Very handy feature, very handy feature. 2.5 hours, we've made it to McDonald's. But I believe that McDonald's is shut now. It was the last time when we came for India Bike Week. I don't think it's going to reopen anytime soon. I may just stop at the McDonald's, which is at Karad. But let's wait and see how that works out and at what time I reach it. Because I don't want to be making too many stops. Maybe just to use their washroom. I'll stop over there for a bit. Let's just wait and see. Nice to see a geared up scooter rider. Not sure if he's out testing the scooter or if he's actually traveling with it. Doesn't seem like a test rider types.
Respect.
Gotta dab him up, man. Gotta dab him up. We are nearing Satara Ghat now. This should be interesting to see how the Multi handles on the Ghat. I have a full tank of fuel with me right now, so I'm not sure how that will affect the handling. So far it's been beautiful. That dude back there in the XL6, is it? The Suzuki minivan was trying to keep up with me through the corners. And again, even if you're not a good rider, I don't think that guy understands what level of engineering has gone into this motorcycle to make it as quick and as nimble as it is.
A few minutes later.
I know you might have heard it on my channel and probably other channels also, that there's certain motorcycles that are deceivingly fast, and you suddenly look down at the speedometer and realize how fast you're actually going. But I don't think any other motorcycle I've ridden does it quite like this does. It is effortless, and I remember even Varun Painter, Rishabh Bhaskar and Pratik Banushali telling me that you'll have the time of your life on this bike. It is absolutely effortless. I don't think they were joking. I've not had to struggle to hit triple digit speeds at all, and that's just one aspect of it. Maintaining it has been a breeze, and now as well with the touring mode that I'm in and the suspension setup that I've selected, this bike is really easy to ride. It may be a bit of a trouble in the city because of the wide handlebars and well the massive fairing that you have in the front, and of course the fact that it would be an expensive affair if you damage any of those components, but out here on the highway is where it's at home. Breakfast, first of many granola bars that are in here. It's been 7 whole years since I last did this ride. Enough time for the world to change in ways none of us could have predicted. Enough time for friendships to fade and new ones to form. For life to throw its fair share of challenges. Time doesn't favor anyone, and my biggest concern on this ride wasn't just the road ahead. Would I still have the endurance, the patience, the resilience? 19 hours on a motorcycle is no small feat. Friends urged me to split the journey into 2 days, warning me about the relentless heat, the exhaustion, and the horror stories of riders succumbing to the elements. But some rides aren't just about the distance. They're about the experience, the solitude, and the lessons you learn along the way. I'm usually joined by my close friends on rides like these, but a 3-day commitment, which included 2 full days of riding, was more than I wanted to ask of them. So I went alone. And riding solo is its own kind of test. Every stop is a calculation, not just a break. Every piece of gear you pack could mean the difference between a minor setback and a major problem. There's no bravado on a ride like this, just honesty. Honesty about how far you can push yourself, when to rest, and when to keep moving. Solitude on the road is humbling. There's no distraction, no conversation to fill the silence. Just you, your thoughts, and the miles unfolding beneath you. It strips away the noise, forces you to confront yourself in a way everyday life never does. And in that solitude, you find something rare. Clarity. Riding isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about testing the limits, embracing the discomfort, and understanding that some journeys are meant to be taken alone. These guys get weighed over here using this massive scale, and then at the next toll booth as well, just to make sure that they're not carrying any illegal stuff and then offloading it in between toll booths. Am I recording? Oh yeah, I am recording. Let me quickly post this get ready with me story. Just a quick update on one of the things that I'm using in the hydration backpack right now. This is Univade's hydration mix that I've added into that. It's got a nice orange flavor. Let me just try and open this with one hand. Claims that it hydrates faster than water. So I've added this to about 500 ml of water that's in the hydration backpack, and I've been sipping on it since getting on the motorcycle. Now with the heat coming up, I do have a few more sachets of that there and some gel based electrolytes too. I've used this while playing football, and now I'm sure it's going to be really helpful on my ride. Yeah, I've been talking about the blind spot detection for a while now. You see this over here? That is the radar that detects who's in your blind spot. The motorcycle also has one radar at the front over here. This helps you with the adaptive cruise control. So it helps you maintain a set amount of distance from the vehicle ahead of you, warns you about a potential collision, so on and so forth. There's a lot of electronics on the motorcycle, 450 pages worth of owner's manual to go through, and there's still stuff you'll discover as you ride it. So brilliant motorcycle. It hasn't heated up. Again, we've been doing fairly decent speeds. Haven't really felt the heat on my feet or anywhere else in my body, but yeah, don't want to jinx it, but this is a really, really good ride so far. I think we'll stop directly at Karad next. Google Maps says that it's about an hour and a half away, so that shouldn't take too long, keeping in mind the speeds that we're able to do with this motorcycle. A big shout out to Rhinox too, man. These guys have really taken their gear to the next level. The luggage that I'm using, this Navigator tank bag, you would have seen on a lot of my previous ride videos, on the Adventure 390 and now on the Multistrada, previously on the Tiger 900 Rally Pro too. The tail bag that I'm using also is a Navigator tail bag. It's part of the entire series from their lineup. Again, hasn't moved an inch, man, and it's a very simple 4-strap setup. Don't really need to put a lot of effort into putting your luggage on and taking it off. Once you figure the correct length for the straps, it becomes very easy to mount the luggage over and over again. Rural India loves their Royal Enfields, man. That and their 100cc motorcycles too. This guy is on his phone, driving on the highway, unaware of what's going on around him. I think he read that stat which says most of the accidents that people get into are close to their homes, and he's probably far away from home now on the highway. Alright, we've reached Karad now, and I believe McDonald's is a few kilometers ahead from here. I think I'll just stop there and freshen up. I'm not sure if I'll eat anything at McDonald's, but I'll probably have the other bar of granola that's in the first packet that I opened. I think I also need to refill my hydration backpack, so I'll fill some water from there and also add some of Univade's electrolyte mix to make sure that I'm not getting dehydrated for the rest of the ride, because it's going to get hot from here onwards. It's already 9 o'clock. The temperature has reached 28 degrees now, so it is going to pick up. I think it reaches a high of about 35 to 40. I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see once we reach peak afternoon heat. Anyway, next stop, McDonald's. 9:07 a.m. and we are here. I think it's been mostly relatively cool weather for the bike to deal with, but yeah, quick stop, McDonald's. In the next video from the series, my riding gear goes head to head with the heat. The Breza's 4-star safety rating gets an unexpected real-world test. I share a meal with some locals, get very confused in the chaos of Bangalore. I have no idea what's going on, and everyone seems to be okay with it. And finally, make it to my hotel.